Hi there, I'm John McCann and this is James Peckham, and we're here to talk to you about the iWatch and the reviews which are coming in for it and how the web is basically looking at it. James, what have you seen? Indeed.
Apple Watch. It's really hard not to call it iWatch, isn't it? I always end up doing that. So reviews have been reasonably positive so far. There's a bit of air of caution around it. There's a lot of people still a little bit unsure, but the design, people are loving the design, it seems. Battery life has been pretty good so far. Everyone seems to be getting at least almost a day out of it.
Which is pretty good. I mean, that's still not great. Ideally, you don't want to be.
But it compares to Android Wear.
Yeah, exactly. It compares to what's on the market. Yeah. If you don't include Pebble and the sort of super battery life.
And considering there was some panic about the battery to start with, where
there was exactly.
So we were actually quite impressed with that. Really.
If you push it hard, it probably won't last a full day.
Yeah. But for the first few days
if you're
using
pushing the smartwatch hard, what are you doing with your life?
That too. Design is one of the things people have really been focusing on, it seems. People seem quite undecided on the interface. There's a steep learning curve with it, and there's a few different apps and stuff that don't really seem to fit in with the Apple ethos, the Apple with iOS and that kind of stuff. What else have you found about it?
It looks to be still very much a sort of work in progress. There are reports of lags in various parts of the interface, some stuttering, time to load up, time to put in notifications, and while these aren't major issues, it is noticeable, and that's usually quite uncommon for an Apple device. They're usually very slick, very efficient in the way that they process and display information. Apple has said that a future software update for the Apple Watch will fix this, so it could just be because these reviews have been done from early devices that once it's actually on sale, it will have the newer software, and those gremlins could well be gone. So you've got to look ahead and hope that that's the case. And yes, the steep learning curve has been mentioned in pretty much every review. It's slightly different in the way it functions to your iOS on your iPhone and your iPad, and it does take a few days to get used to and properly understand what it's giving you. For an example, to access all your notifications, see them all, there's only actually one app, the Watch app, which you can actually view them in. If you're in any other app, there's no sort of quick flick down to see your applications as in Notification Center on your iPhone and something, which isn't a huge issue, but for first-time users that can be a little confusing. So you've got to get used to those sort of quirks of the system.
Yeah, and we have to assume that for the reviews that are already up, a lot of the third-party apps aren't already out there. So there's going to be a lot more coming in the next couple of months. Tim Cook said there's over 1,000 apps that have already applied to be in there, and that's growing every day. So there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more there to use.
Of course, and I think the bottom line is really that yes, there are some shortcomings of the Apple Watch, but there's an awful lot of potential within the device. And while it may not all be realised right now, in the coming months we will certainly see a lot more of it come to the fore and really show you what it can do. And that's what makes it exciting, because it seems, compared to the Android Wear, there's a lot more options for it to really change the way that you live and you use your mobile devices. Google might play catch up, but it looks like Apple is on the forefront here compared to its rivals.
Yeah, definitely. So that's all for the early reviews of the Apple Watch so far. Stay tuned to TechRadar for our full review of the Apple Watch coming soon.